this Super Bowl thing has got the black sector on YouTube in a chokehold now, apparently coming out saying that Drake turned down the Super Bowl 4 times, according to Maul. I guess on the Joe Budden podcast. I think a guy named Elliot Wilson, a hip hop journalist, came in, basically said that Drake turned it down twice, the one in Miami and the one that The Weeknd did. That Jay-Z tried to get him in there for the Super Bowl. But first, we're going to talk about, some producer on the Grammys, or another show. We're going to read it. Talks about how unprofessional Lil Wayne was, and it's a good choice to go with Kendrick and not Wayne at Super Bowl, that he doesn't have professionalism, which at the end of the day, we seen that with the clips of him performing at WrestleMania. So that's not really a shocker to anybody. But check out the Music Entertainment playlist. Hit the link, hit the like button, subscribe, man, share. Check out the link tree. Take me everywhere I'm producing content at. So Sean Harrison, he said, I've worked with Lil Wayne before the Grammys performance, and a personal feeling that would be biggest. From a personal feeling, that would be the biggest mistake ever to put him as a headliner for the biggest performance of the year, the Super Bowl. He showed up to zero rehearsals. We didn't even think he would make the performance. Then last minute, he was in the building and ran on stage for the performance and ran off back into oblivion. Never even got to meet him after a week of rehearsal for a show. Kendrick is one of the greatest rap performers ever, unapologetically black in his message, and it's during Black History Month, is going to be a spectacle. So I don't know how true this is. Sean Harris said this. He said he worked with Lil Wayne. He unprofessional, and like I said before, when you unprofessional, it closes a lot of doors for you in corporate America. That's how guys' names get brought up. They be like, "Oh, who should we get to do this?" So, I had a great rapport with Blase Blah. We should get Blase Blah to do it. That's why I tell y'all, being liked in corporate America is kind of more important than who you know. When they like working with you, even if you don't know this, you know that, and they can work with you and show you things, you can pick it up, and you got a great attitude. And most celebrities don't have a great attitude, and kind of hate to say this, rightfully so. They snobbish and they got their nose in the air. They may be the hottest rapper, R&B, country singer right now, but guess what? Nobody stay hot forever. At some point, hot air balloon got to come down. At some point, you got to be grounded. You know what I'm saying? At some point, you got to be grounded. So, and Lil Wayne ain't as hot as people think he is. People look at him as an icon and all this, and then look how he physically looks with all those tattoos and how he dresses like a gremlin, and like that's not commercially friendly towards the the type of people they trying to target for this demographic. They're trying to target this 40 and up type of crowd or whatever. And like I said before, when you're not professional, when you don't remember the words of your song, when you got a reputation for being a drug addict, you know what I'm saying? And he's a very bright young man. If you hear him talk, he's very smart. But when you're not professional and all that type of stuff, it's a hard sell. Jay-Z could have went to bat for him and said Lil Wayne and nobody. And they probably most likely would have got rid of Lil Jay-Z before they let Lil Wayne perform. So he's just not commercially friendly. And I think people don't really understand that, and what type of stage and what type of, kind of image the NFL still trying to do. The NFL, they trying to fuse a little hip hop in there to get the people that stop watching because of Kaepernick in there. That's all it's about. They tell you your vote, they tell you your viewership don't matter, your dollar don't matter from a black person, but they're always trying to get your vote. They're always trying to get your viewership back by, throwing performers up there and saying they giving, donations, or they giving charity to black causes that we don't know nobody who benefit from it. But now apparently, I think Elliot Wilson, basically co-signs the what Maul said, I think from the Joe Budden podcast, that Drake turned the Super Bowl 4 times now. And he said it was actually 2 times when Shakira performed in Miami and then The Weeknd performed. And he said he did turn it down twice. Okay. Now I find this funny that Kendrick get the Super Bowl, all of a sudden the Drake stands, oh, Drake turned it down. Drake don't want to do Super Bowl. Drake no, that's huge for Drake. That puts him on another stratosphere. So, maybe Canadian, he don't care about American football that much. I know he care about basketball, but we don't care. We don't care if you turn down the Super Bowl. You still lost to Kendrick. And, he was like, I ain't taking another loss to Kendrick. I had the Super Bowl first. And he's just such a cornball ass ninja, bro. Like, you can't uncorny somebody. like I said before, he liked Nick Cannon from Love Don't Cost a Thing. The Hollywood, dressed him up and spit shined him, cleaned him, rebuffed him, and tried to repackage him to the fans. And some people it worked, but I still see through him. I mean, he's an amazing artist. He's not a great rapper because he don't use his own pen, but he's an amazing artist. Can't nobody do too many people do what he did, especially with cleaning his reputation from being Jimmy on Degrassi in a wheelchair. So, but him out here, well, I turned it down first, and this, that, and the third. Kendrick living rent free in his head, and he thought. You ever seen that movie with the dog Bolt, where he really thought he had superpowers, but he was on a TV show and he got onto the real world and found out he didn't have superpowers? That's Drake. Drake got in there and thought he really was a great rapper. He thought that his fans was gonna carry him through a battle through Kendrick Lamar, and nobody let everybody said, "I don't listen to Kendrick Lamar. I don't like Kendrick Lamar." And the guy that didn't have the popularity that you had washed you. He washed you. It wasn't even close. Only corny people think Drake won. Only Drake stands think Drake won. He washed them. So with all that popularity, you know what I'm saying? You thought you was gonna LL Cool J Cannabis him, where I just had more fans than you. Well, what Cannabis say? 99% of your fans wear high heels. Well, then LL did clap back. 99% of your fans don't exist. That was hilarious. But yeah, he thought his fan base was gonna carry him through that, and a lot of his fans turned on him. So any way he can get a small victory over Kendrick, if it's messing with his wife, or if it's it's whatever, he can get a small victory over him. If it's saying, "Oh, I turned it down 2 times, I turned it down 4 times," tell him that, Maul. Tell him that. Jay-Z been begging me, and apparently him and Jay-Z got a beef. And some people think it's over Beyonce. I mean, it is what it is. Jay-Z's a businessman. If it make business sense and make financial sense, and he probably get a kickback for how well the Super Bowl performance does in ratings, he gonna get Drake. He gonna go get Drake. So, but one thing I respect about Lil Wayne, he didn't stop Drake from shining. So many people want to stop their protege from being bigger than them, and that whole don't outshine the master bullshit. Your master should want you to outshine him and continue to grow the tree. You know what I'm saying? That's my thing about it. But yeah, it sounds like some Drake stuff. Well, I turned it down first, and Kendrick, it is what it is. But hey, check out the Music Entertainment playlist. Hit the link tree. Find me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Spotify, Amazon Music, Kick, Twitch. Check me out on Patreon. Won't be disappointed. I appreciate y'all for supporting the channel. Let me know what you girls and guys think in the comment section. Check out the NFL playlist. Check out the Music Entertainment playlist. Check out my Detroit channel, Motor City Sports Talk. Other than that, man, appreciate the love and support. One time for the one time. Goodfella TV. Peace.